Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany and in today's video I have put together a little Thanksgiving marathon for you. I know that normally I will try to put up a lot more videos for Thanksgiving, but this year you guys, I'm just so ready to dive into Christmas that I'm not going to be doing a ton of Thanksgiving videos. I am filming today my Thanksgiving tablescape for 2024, and I'm also going to be sharing some family favorite recipes with you. That video will be up later this week, and I'm excited to share that with you. But if you're interested in getting a little bit more Thanksgiving inspiration, then hopefully this will give you a little bit more of that. And make sure you're subscribed. You don't want to miss any of my upcoming brand new Thanksgiving and Christmas videos. And till the next one, my friends, take care. Hello my friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany, and in today's video, hopefully you guessed what we're doing. We're talking all things Thanksgiving. I recently put out a Thanksgiving 2022 marathon where I showed you my very first year hosting Thanksgiving. It was a blast. I learned a ton, and I am thrilled to say that I get to do this second year, and I am hoping to do just as good of a job as we did the first time, and maybe just a smidge better. So I'm glad you're here for it. Let's go ahead and get into talking all things Thanksgiving. Okay, all kidding aside, I am so thrilled to be hosting another Thanksgiving here at our home in New England. This is just the perfect setting for a glorious Thanksgiving meal that is cozy and invites all of your loved ones into your home to share food. There's nothing better than getting to feed your loved ones. That is definitely my love language. I love to feed my family and friends, so I'm looking forward to being able to do it again. So in today's video, I'm going to show you some things that I purchased this year for Thanksgiving. I'm going to be doing a lot of things that I already own, but I wanted to kind of spruce it up a little bit for the tablescape. Just like I talked about for Christmas, I want to be able to have options. I have a feeling we're going to be doing hosting from this point on, which I am thrilled about. So I want to make sure that I have a plethora of things that I can pull from to change up my table every year, or not if I don't want to, but I like having options. And so I did purchase some new things this year that I am excited to share with you. I will try to link everything that I can for you down below in the description box. If there's something that isn't linked and you're curious where to find it, let me know. Just shoot me a comment, or you can send me an email, or you can find me on Instagram at Charlotte Grove Farmhouse. Send me a DM there, and hopefully I can help you answer any questions that you might have. So without further ado, let's first talk about all of the things that I purchased this year for our tablescape. Okay, so I was just kind of laying everything out here on my island, and I definitely got some new things. It's not like a ton of stuff, but it is kind of a lot. So let's just talk a little bit about what I picked up. So first things first, and most everything came from Amazon, so I'll link it down below. Whatever didn't come from Amazon, I think it's from Target or Home Goods. I think there's one thing I can't link because I did get it at Home Goods on clearance, but I'll show you what I can, or try to find something similar. So first things first is a table runner. I did get a new table runner this year. It is this really beautiful kind of ticking stripe in this like rusty orange color. It does have some tassels. It is really long. We do have a bigger table now. And obviously our table will be extended, but this is really long. Our current table will go to, I think, 106 inches, so it does get really, really big, but I just wanted something new. Last year we did an orange buffalo check. There goes Charlie. I did an orange buffalo check runner, but I wanted something a little bit different, so I just thought that this one was really pretty. I liked the brown. My inspiration picture, I'm gonna put right here for you. This is what I'm going for this year, this inspiration picture. So something a little bit more moody, a little bit more like muted, not so many like bright colors, but I love this picture. And that leads me into the next thing that I purchased this year that is brand new, and that is probably my favorite piece, and it is these decorative pears, you guys. Oh my gosh. These are from Amazon. They're gorgeous. I am obsessed with them. They are so pretty and perfect for a fall tablescape. They would make excellent bowl filler, which is what I plan to do with them when I'm done with them. But I love the color, and they are not real. They are soft. Like, they look real and they feel real. I mean, they're a little plasticky, but they're just, they're just really pretty, and they just add such a fun texture and, you know, warmth to the table. So I'm excited to bring these in with lots of amber and gold, and I love that. So along those lines, along like the table center, I also showed you in my Amazon video this garland that I had picked up. It's like a frosted twig garland that is lit. I do believe that I have, yeah, I would say I know I had the batteries in there, but we're gonna kind of open it, spread it out, and I'm gonna show you what this will look like on the table mixed in with greenery. Sorry, that kind of messed with my lighting. I'm trying so hard, like it's so gloomy today, and I'm trying to do this in natural lighting because I feel like once I turn on my lights, like my pendant lights and everything, like it just kind of changes everything. So anyway, I showed you this twig garland, and I will show this, I'll link it for you down below. Hopefully they have it available for you because I know it sells out, but it's really beautiful. I'll show you what I'm gonna use with it that I bought last year, but for now, the next thing that I got on Amazon, another one of my absolute faves this year. I'm actually pretty much loving every single thing that I got, but I got these beautiful gold napkin rings on Amazon. Let's see if they'll focus. There we go. They're like this really pretty antique gold color. Sorry guys, my camera died. But as I was saying, I was showing you these gold napkin rings. So they come in a pack of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, I think. I think I got a total of 16 of them. I think I got 16 of them. I think we're expecting 18 people, but that's including like my little boys. I think it's either 18 or 22. I'm not 100% sure yet. There are people who weren't, you know, they weren't set yet whether or not they were gonna come, but I figured if I do not have enough, A, I can order some more, or B, I can leave them off of like the kid table, so then they don't have to worry about them. So love those. They're so very pretty, and I just think that they're gonna look really stunning and very sharp and kind of high end on the table. The other new item I picked up this year for the table was this gorgeous candle holder from Target. This is from the Hearth and Hand line, $39.99. I don't remember the prices off the top of my head for all the Amazon stuff, but I'll link it or I'll put it on the screen. But I love this so much. I love like the little frilly edges on the actual candle holder. Like, so cute. I love the color. I think the gold is perfection. And I just think that this is gonna look stunning going down the center of the table with tapers in it. So excited about this. Definitely plan to use it for Christmas dinner as well. Have a feeling I'll be using this a ton. The color is beautiful, and I just think it's so elegant. You know what I mean? What a great piece from Hearth and Hand this year. Probably my favorite piece from their new line. Speaking of taper candles, so these are the ones that I picked up from Home Goods. They were $9.99. They're just ivory colored tapers. I am planning to use actual candles, not flameless, but you could use flameless if that makes you more comfortable. Not a problem. Another thing I picked up was from Hobby Lobby earlier in the year, and that was these adorable little pine cones. And you can use this as bowl filler, which is actually what I think that it is marked as, scatters and fillers. But my idea is to have this kind of scattered around the centerpiece of our table, the the table runner. So I just kind of envision using this as like filler in on the table. For the food and where we're gonna have everything, I did this last year. I have done this almost every year that I've hosted some kind of Thanksgiving or Christmas event, cookie swaps, all that kind of thing, is to use butcher paper. So butcher paper is just like this really pretty, like, I would almost like compare it to brown paper bag. And I just cover my countertops with this, and it acts as both something really pretty and different, you know, for decor, but it also is really great to just keep your counters clean. I have white counters that are not stone. They are not quartz or marble. They are man-made, solid surface, and so they stain easily. So this will help to protect my countertops from cranberry sauce, which is primarily what I'm trying to protect it from. However, if I did get any on there, I could just use some Barkeeper's Friend to get it clean. But this is an 18-inch by 100-foot roll. So it's really big, from Amazon. And I got a big one because I plan to use it for Christmas and my annual cookie swap as well. So love, love, love this look. You can even write on it to just say what everything is, which is great. So if you have people who have allergies, or if they need like a gluten-free option, you can write it on there, you know, has nuts, or this is, you know, nut-free, gluten-free, so that way people know before they eat something they're not supposed to. And the last new thing, I think, oh, by the way, the pears, I think I got a total of 8 of these, and yeah. The last thing I purchased, I also already showed you in a previous video, and that is this gorgeous hammered pitcher from HomeGoods. I showed this to you in my HomeGoods haul. This was from HomeGoods. I got it on clearance. I think it was normally $16. I got it for $12. My intention for this is to have water in it, but I also have this beautiful copper pitcher as well, also from TJ Maxx, $14.99. So both of these can be used for water or for, you know, lemonade if you want for the kids. This would be really pretty to put on the kids' table with some iced lemonade in it so they don't have to get up. I usually use my drink dispenser to make some kind of cute drink, but I might use it for sangria this year. I haven't fully decided yet, but thinking about making a fall sangria, so we'll see. But I love this hammered glass. If I could find some actual glasses like this, it would be ideal, but so very pretty, and it'll look gorgeous on the table. Okay, let's take a second to talk about what I already have that I plan to use. So first things first, I'm gonna be using this eucalyptus garland, which you guys have seen me use so many times. I love this stuff. It's from Amazon. It's incredibly affordable. I think I got 5 of these for like $20, somewhere around there. Absolutely love this. It's easy, and it just looks really, really pretty on the table. And I plan to fill it in this year with the seeded eucalyptus stems that I had purchased on Amazon. Earlier this year, I showed you guys these, and I bought a ton of these off of Amazon. They're currently in my dough bowl right now for fall. And I think that these are gonna look gorgeous, kind of tucked in. I also did just today, just this morning, I'm still buying Christmas stuff, you guys. It's out of control. Like, I've totally blown my plan of only buying what was on that list, but it is what it is. But I bought a garland of the seeded eucalyptus, so I'm really excited for that for Christmas. But in the meantime, I'm gonna use the seeded eucalyptus picks to just kind of fill in the table with that twig runner, or twig garland is my idea. I'm still gonna use my gold chargers. These are from the Dollar Tree. I bought these last year. I have not been this year, but I do need to go get some more because I think I might only have 16 of them, but I think I might have broken one. But I have used these every tablescape, every single one. Easter, when we hosted the fun dinner for Michaela and Aiden's homecoming, like I use these for everything, and they're only $1. So if they break, it's not a big deal, and you can replace them easy peasy. The other thing I'm gonna be using are these water hyacinth placemats. These are from Hobby Lobby. I purchased these from their spring shop. I think they have something like this, very similar, probably even the same one, at the store now, I think in their fall line. But I, again, have used these in almost all of my table settings and I love them. I think they're really pretty and they look really nice on the table. Last year, I purchased some of these napkins at Home Goods. I couldn't find enough for everybody, so I did end up buying some orange ones as well that I don't want to use this year. These are from Acorn and Oak. What a cute name. But they're so pretty. I love, love, love like the flannel design on these and the color. So my intention is to use these with the little napkin rings. So cute and fun and floral, or flannel. So cozy. So I loved that. I also pulled out some of my cute tiny little charcuterie boards. I have a bunch of these. I showed these in my supper club video when we did like an end of summer, like goodbye summer supper club. And I used these to make little tiny charcuterie boards on everybody's plate for their place setting. That was so cute. But my intention for these is to have them kind of throughout the table for butter, or for, you know, to put like a little bowl on there with cranberry sauce, whatever. They just look really pretty and they add a nice texture to your table, just something a little bit different. So I have them, why not use them? Another thing that I purchased, I don't even know. One of them I purchased for Thanksgiving last year. One of them I purchased for the 50th anniversary party we held for my mother and father-in-law, but that is just tea light candle holders. These I purchased last year for Thanksgiving, and they're just a really pretty amber glass. They're so pretty. You can just put a little tea light in there. And then these I also purchased on Amazon. They're just like speckled gold. And what's nice about these is when you turn on the tea light inside, the light like kind of comes through all those little speckles. And so it's really, really pretty. Now you can use flameless tea lights in these. I have a flameless tea light in this one that we got, I think this one's from Walmart. I'll link these for you, but really, really pretty. And you can see like all the light coming through there. Nice, warm, flameless light. And they look really nice on the table. So I plan to kind of just disperse these throughout. These just add a really pretty ambiance. Again, another layer to add to that cozy vibe. Always, always, always what I'm going for. And I feel like those help a ton. Another new purchase this year, but not for Thanksgiving, is these adorable little glasses here. I use these for water. There's a tiny little stemmed glass. You could use these for wine, but I use these for water on the table setting, and what I'll probably do is just put water in all of these at the table so everybody has water to start off the meal. They just look really, really nice. I use these again for our first supper club. I had a little Pellegrino right beside it. So pretty, and they just look really nice. It's such an easy way to elevate your table. They were not expensive. I want to say they were somewhere around $20 maybe for 12 or 16 of them. So I don't have enough, so I'll need to order another package. I'll do that actually when I'm done filming this, but I really, really love to have these. And I keep some of them in my cabinet here, in my normal like cabinet where all of my cups are. However, when I get more of them, and I keep, I think like 8 of them up there, but the rest of them I'll just store downstairs in my basement where I keep like my chafing dishes and things I use when we're hosting some kind of big event. So the last thing that I'm going to use on the table, I'm so sorry, I feel like there's so much, I'm just talking so much, but they're these gorgeous wine glasses that I picked up at Walmart last year in this pretty amber color. These are like less than $3 and so pretty. They look beautiful for Thanksgiving, but again, I have used these on almost every kind of tablescape, and they just add a little touch of warmth to it. So these will be on the table side by side, and people can put wine in these, or you know, sangria, or they can just put soda in there, or they can not use it at all, and that's perfectly fine too, but they'll have the option. I also pulled out some white pumpkins that I used in my pasta bowl, that antique pasta bowl, and these are from Hobby Lobby. They're just little plastic white, if it wants to focus, little plastic white pumpkins. You know, nice and simple, like nothing fancy. But again, just to bring in a different color, texture, size into our tablescape. So I'm looking at my island that looks like a bomb hit it to try to get a feel for if we have everything. And I think we do. If there's anything that I end up showing, like that pops up on the table when we're decorating that you're curious about, just let me know. I'll try to answer it or post it down for you in the comments below. But I think without further ado, it is time to set the table. This is my favorite part. I love, 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 love setting a table. I did purchase new gold flatware last year for Thanksgiving as well. That was all from Walmart. I'll link that for you down below too. We still use that every day. It is so sturdy. It looks beautiful. It does need to be polished. Sorry about that. The little neighbor boy came to play. The kids are all away at a soccer game, but anyway, I love that flatware still. It does need to be polished, and we'll probably do that before, but we use it every single day. My sister-in-law bought us more for Christmas, and I need to make sure we have enough for everybody. I think we do, but I love that stuff, so I'll link that for you down below as well. So for now, for real, let's get to setting the table. To get us started, we are going to remove the current table runner and my dough bowl. And I'm going to put down that runner I got from Amazon. It's very long, so in this table setting, it's going to look a little bit wonky, but that's just because I don't have my table fully extended. But when it is time to set the table for Thanksgiving, the table will be nice and long, and this should just barely drape over the edges. For this demonstration, I'm also only going to set my table for 4 people. However, we will definitely be setting the table for more. So when it is time for Thanksgiving, the candle holder will go just right in the middle of the table. So I'm starting off here with the branch, the twig, garland. Absolutely love that. And then I'm going to weave in the silver dollar eucalyptus from Amazon, and I'm going to pop that on. It gave a beautiful glow already. And right now when I'm putting this together, it's going to look a little full, but remember the table is going to have 2 additional leaves in it, so it's going to be really extended. So right now it might look a little full. I promise it won't look like that on actual Thanksgiving, but I'm going to bring over that hearth and hand candle holder, and I'm going to put the ivory colored tapers from Home Goods here into the candle holder, and already I am living for this. I'm going to come back in here with the seeded eucalyptus to fill in the blank spots and give it a really nice full garland look. I wanted a lot of greenery, and I just wanted everything to look very fresh and natural. And I think this turned out beautifully. You could obviously do this with a real garland, absolutely. And you can find that so easily right now. But for me, I really just love the look of the faux garland. I have it. I use the stuff for everything, so it works out perfectly. I ended up using about 4 of those seeded eucalyptus stems just to make sure it looked nice and full. And then I'm going to go back in now with those beautiful brown pears that I purchased. I love these, you guys. Like, I can't even tell you how obsessed I am with these. I am so glad I was able to find them, and that I actually went back and bought some more. So that way, when the table is fully extended, I'll be able to kind of spread them out. For today's demonstration, I only used about 6 of them. I think I only used 5 actually. So I still had 3 more. So I'll just kind of spread them out when it comes time for actual Thanksgiving. I'm going to go in now with the white pumpkins and just kind of fill in some of the blank spots. And then I'm also making sure I'm leaving space for the small little tea light candles. Now it's time to set the actual place setting. So I'm starting off with those rattan placeholders, and just like I said, setting the table for 4 for today. And then I'm going in with the gold chargers from the Dollar Tree. I love these. Like I said, I use them for every table setting that I do. Same thing with my actual dishes. These are the dishes we use to eat with. So those are Mikasa plates in French countryside. Now I'm going to go in with those those clear stemmed glasses. These again are for water. And I'm going to come back around with the little amber glasses for wine or something to drink. Those are from Walmart. And finally, we're going to come in with the gold ware, the flatware. Love, love, love how the gold looks against everything else. It's so warm and cozy, and it is such a vibe. So absolutely loving this so far. Now we're going to take a second to prepare our napkin. So this is probably the easiest way to prepare a napkin, except for literally just folding it and sticking it on the plate. But you just grab it from the center, pull it up so it's kind of in like a cone shape, and then pull the napkin ring across the top. Super, super simple and very fast, but yet it looks really elegant, and I think it really sets the table off. So again, open up your napkin, grab right in the center, and then pull the napkin ring over that, and it's easy to go. I kind of fluff out the top just to make sure that it has a nice full look, and these are ready to go on the table. For the final touches, we're just going to go back in and add a little bit more candlelight. I love these tea light candle holders from Amazon. And for the final touch, we're going to come in with some of that pine cone garland and fill in some of the blank spots. This just adds a little bit of visual interest and really does kind of act as a sprinkle on top. I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. And finally, it's time to light the candles. This just looks so incredibly beautiful. All right, my friends, that is my 2023 Thanksgiving tablescape. It is gorgeous. There is no other word but gorgeous. And I am mesmerized by the gorgeous candlelight. I just think it is so perfect, and it feels elegant and yet you know, relaxed and cozy and yet so incredibly beautiful. I know my family is going to love this, and I hope that they feel as special as they are to me. And hopefully this Thanksgiving is going to just be magical and make everybody feel loved and appreciated, and it's going to give us an opportunity to share all of the wonderful gratitude we have for each other. So that leads me to my goodbye, my friends. Thank you so much for all of your incredible support. I am nothing as a channel without you, and I cannot thank you enough for all of the wonderful growth and the fun that we have been having. And stay tuned, we have so much more planned for the future. I cannot wait. So thank you guys so much for joining me in today's video. Hopefully you found some inspiration for your Thanksgiving, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.
We find ourselves starting from scratch, brick by brick. No path carved out for us now. The brush is...
Hello my friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany, and in today's video we are doing part 2 of our Thanksgiving prep, and I wanted to just share with you today a little bit of how I kind of work through what we're gonna do for Thanksgiving, putting together the menu, figuring out what everybody's bringing, how many people are coming, if we have what we need, do we have what we need to serve, that kind of thing. So I'm just gonna share all of that with you today in today's video, and do not feel overwhelmed. Thanksgiving is meant to be fun and enjoyable and time spent with loved ones, sharing your appreciation for each other. And so the meal is just something to bring you guys together. It's not meant to be stressful. Stressful like the sound of my dishwasher right now, but it's not meant to be stressful. So hopefully in today's video, I can give you some tips and tricks, things that you can carry over from any regular dinner party into this beautiful, elegant Thanksgiving feast. Let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing I want to talk about that I talked about last year is a Thanksgiving planner. Now the one that I purchased is from Etsy. You just print it at home. You can put it into, you know, a little 3-ring A5 planner, which is what I did last time. You can print it in any size you want. However, this year I literally just printed mine in the normal paper size because I just wanted something big that I could easily write on, and I haven't even popped this into like a binder or anything. I just want it easily accessible. I can just turn the pages nice and easily, and it has been wonderful. The great thing about a planner like this is that you can access it every year and go back and see what you did, what worked, if you had enough food. There's a little section in the back for notes that you can write down, like things from, you know, this year that you want to remember next year. Sorry, I just had a little sneezing attack. But like I was saying, writing down notes that you can remember things next year from this year, things you want to remind yourself of. And then there's the menu page. This page is so good. It's a place for you to like brain dump all the things that you're going to be eating. And then the next page after that, and I might have put these in a different order, but there is a potluck planner page, and that's if anybody else is bringing dishes. So if you are hosting Thanksgiving, obviously you probably already do this, but if you don't, definitely delegate some things. Have somebody else bring rolls, have somebody else bring a salad, have people bring things, have other people bring dessert. It's very easy to want to do all of the pieces of the meal. However, it's very overwhelming for one person to cook all of the things for, you know, everybody. That way you're just kind of sharing the love. It also does cut back on the cost of Thanksgiving because food is expensive. So making sure that other people are bringing things can be very, very helpful. So this potluck planner will allow for you to write down what other people are bringing, which is great. Or if you want to do it the other way around, you could list out all of the things that you need. And then once somebody has agreed to take those, you just give it a little check mark next to it. So if you're doing like a Friendsgiving or something like that, once you know what everybody is bringing, you can check it off, you know, that noting that that has been taken. And then there's a timeline. Now, I just sat and filled this out. This is so wonderful. It's a timeline from 1 week before down to the day of. So for 1 week before, the things that I have written down are things like finish my shopping list, shop for any shelf-stable items that I can. So, you know, cranberries, green beans, cans of, you know, mushroom soup, whatever. And then to finalize the tables, like how many seats I'm gonna need, make sure I have enough chairs. I buy the white folding chairs from Walmart. They're $20. They're not the best chair, but they're light and they're easy and they're white, so they look nice. I'll link them for you down below. They are a great chair for having like extras of if you host a lot, which we host all the time. So we try to just buy a few more every single holiday, so that way we have, you know, what we need. But just making sure we're finalizing the table setting, like making sure we have enough chairs, table room, and chafing dishes, which we're gonna talk about in a little bit, but making sure we have enough of those. 5 days before, for me, I wrote down to grocery shop for all the rest of the items, go to the liquor store, make sure that I'm stocked up on the things I need for any of our cocktails, and to finalize all of the serving dishes. So making sure that anything that isn't going in a chafing dish is gonna go in something else, that I have all of that figured out so I'm not making any last minute runs, you know, to Walmart or Target. I like to find a lot of that stuff at TJ Maxx and Home Goods. We're gonna talk about that in a minute, but making sure that I have that all figured out so last minute I'm not trying to figure it out. 2 days before, I have on here to clean all of the bathrooms, make sure that those are really, really clean, because not just your family clean, and y'all know what I mean. Like, there's clean for me and my kids and my husband, and clean for my neighbors that know me well and I see all the time, and clean for like family that I don't see all the time. Mopping and just overall cleaning. Defrosting any turkeys that need to be taken out of the freezer, and then making any cheesecakes. So I shared with you our family cheesecake recipe last year. It's my mother-in-law's recipe, it was her sister's recipe, I think it was their mom's recipe, I don't know. It's a family recipe, we love it. And I'm going to be making an adaptation of that this year. I'm gonna make a caramel apple cheesecake, because I was gonna make a pumpkin pie cheesecake, but we're gonna have pumpkin pie, so didn't wanna be redundant. But you wanna make those a couple days ahead so that they have time to chill in the fridge and all that good stuff. And you're gonna hear my washing machine going, I apologize. This is a Sunday, this is real life. Like, Danny is working on a project in my family room right now. Like, there's just so much stuff going on. 1 day before, I wrote down to pre-make any desserts or sides that you can. Like, if you can pre-make your green bean casserole so that all you have to do is pop it in the oven. If you pre-make your yams, if you pre-make your mashed potatoes, all that good stuff. Do it the day before, get a lot of that stuff done. I'm gonna finalize the seating chart. Normally I just have everybody pick where they're gonna sit, but for this year I'm gonna try a seating chart and see if it just helps to kind of take out like that stress of where am I gonna sit, who am I gonna sit by? And I'm gonna kind of mix it up a little so that everybody has an opportunity to maybe talk to somebody they wouldn't normally talk to. We have a large group coming this year, so. And then finally on the day before, we're gonna move the furniture for our Halloween party. We turned our sectional and like tucked it into the corner, and I loved it. And so we're gonna do that for Thanksgiving as well. We have one big round table that can fit up to 10 people. So I'm gonna put that in my family room. I'll extend my table out, and then I do have like 2 extra rectangle tables that I could bring out if we need them. Make sure that all the chairs are out, and just kind of set out the tables. Make sure that I have a tablecloth for every one of those, and I do right now, but just double checking. And then the day of, just making sure that you get your turkey in the oven in enough time. We fry a turkey too, so making sure that that is 100% defrosted. You cannot put a frozen or semi-frozen turkey into that hot oil. It will be a bad day. So making sure that that is all the way defrosted. Baking our ham, heating up all of the sides, or making ones that we couldn't before. And then first thing in the morning, I'm gonna make the sangria. I'm not gonna put in the ice, but that way it can all kind of blend and get, you know, really yummy. And then making the charcuterie board. Do not wait until the last minute to make your charcuterie board, because they take a lot longer than you think they do, especially if you're really thoughtful about where everything goes, and if you're making any kind of like meat roses or any of that stuff. Just make sure you give yourself enough time, because those things can take a long time. And I have been known to be making my charcuterie board literally like as people are walking in. So that is my timeline. Yours might look a little bit different, but it's nice to write it all out and have yourself a plan, because if you fail to plan, you plan to fail, right? And I just like to have a plan. So there is also a weekly planner that I'll probably use as we get closer. I'll probably use it for the day of, set out some things for me to do every single day, break it down even more, which is great. And then there is an actual daily planner, which I think will be great for the day of. There's a shopping list, which breaks it down into different sections, and then it has little check marks to make sure you get it. So I usually order my groceries, so a list like this is great because I can pop them into the cart, check them off once I have them. But then if there's things that I want to pick myself, like my vegetables and things like that, I can do that, or my turkey. There is a recipe planner to figure out how long you need to make things ahead, or for me, what I'm gonna use this for is what it has to be cooked at and for how long. So that way when I'm mapping out like what goes into the oven when, because I only have one oven, I can figure that out. My mother-in-law only lives 8 minutes away, and so she will cook a bunch of stuff in her house too. And my sister-in-law only lives like 25 minutes away. So we'll be sharing the wealth when it comes to baking and cooking. And then there's a cooking schedule, which I love because this breaks it down from 7 o'clock in the morning down to 7:30 at night, depending on how you do things. And you can put in when things need to go into the oven and what's getting cooked when, and I think that that's really, really helpful. And then the notes page. Now there are other pages that go in this that I did not print. There's a lot of other pages. I only printed the ones that I need and that are helpful for me. And like I said, I didn't bind it, I didn't put it in anything. It's just easy for me to have this and be able to just, you know, flip the pages, take one with me to the store, whatever. I just find that to be really, really convenient and helpful, and I like it. So let's talk about some other things that I'm using to help me plan. So I think my biggest struggle when I first hosted Thanksgiving, which was last year, it was my first time, my first struggle was how much of everything do I make? Right? And when you're just bringing a dish to someone else's house, you make a ton of it because it's just one dish. And so you make a whole lot. And then there ends up being 17,000 things of leftovers, which is great. My family can eat Thanksgiving leftovers for about 2 days, and then everybody's just over it. So I instead went onto Pinterest, and they have so many adorable like graphics and images that you can use to help you figure out what you need and how much to make for each person. So this adorable image here, I ended up printing, and it's how much to serve for Thanksgiving, and it goes from 5 people up to 20 people, and then you can go up from there if you need to. But I thought that this was really, really helpful. So save this to your phone, pin it on your Pinterest. If you're not following me on Pinterest, make sure you do at Charlotte Grove Farmhouse. But I think that this is so very helpful. So it shows you, you know, how much you need of an appetizer, side dish, salad, rolls, soups, gravy, turkey, desserts, and wine, right? And this is not obviously an end all be all, and every person eats differently. You can't, that's the problem, right? You can't know for certain how much food somebody's gonna eat. I see it in my own family. I'll make a meal and I'll feel like it didn't feed everybody. Everybody was still hungry. The next day I make it, you know, next time I make it, I double it. 3 people don't eat it that night. It never fails. You never know how much people are going to eat. So just know that this is not a perfect science. You're just gonna have to, you know, try, and if they don't all eat it, then you'll have leftovers. You can always donate it somewhere. But I find I used this last year, and this was incredibly helpful. And there's just gonna be things you make a ton of. My mother-in-law makes like, I don't know, 20 pounds of mashed potatoes. Like her mashed potato, it fits in a giant chafing dish, and like it's overflowing. There's so much mashed potatoes. And remember that the more dishes you have, the less of each you need, because everybody's gonna want a little bit of everything. And so if you have 15 sides, don't make a whole lot for 15 sides, make a little bit. So take not only how many people you have, but how many of the things you're going to have. For potatoes, we usually do mashed potatoes, and my mother-in-law makes potatoes au gratin, and so we don't need 20 pounds of mashed potatoes, but she's so used to making that many. So that is, like I said, this is a great graphic that I use to help me figure out how much I need. There's all kinds of other graphics on Pinterest. Does it say who this one is by? Everyday Moments, maybe? I think that's who, no. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I don't know who made this, but if I find it when I'm editing, I'll put it down here at the bottom, but I'm not sure, but it's on my Pinterest under Thanksgiving, and it's really, really great. So another thing you can do ahead of time before Thanksgiving is make your playlist. So however you use music, we use Amazon Music, and you can make a playlist ahead of time. I have a running playlist called Dinner Time that I literally just, every time I hear a song that I'm like, oh, this would be nice in the background while having dinner, I just plop it on there. And it has all kinds of music, some lyrics, some no lyrics, but you know, just having, now there are like Thanksgiving Day playlists that you can play on Amazon Music. I'm sure there are on Spotify. And I'm sure that you could just, you know, play a CD or something like that. But just if you want a nice curated playlist that plays a little bit of something for everyone, which is what I try to do, some like soft 70s, some, you know, fun but not super loud 80s and 90s, and then of course like some soft pop music. I always throw in jazz, and then my favorite to listen to in the house, like when we're just hanging out, is lo-fi music. It's what I play in my videos, and it's just so relaxing. It's like a mix of jazz meets hip hop. I don't know, it's just amazing. So creating a playlist that's going to set the mood, it's gonna let everybody hear a little something that they like. It's not going to overpower the conversation. That's why I never play music with lyrics in my songs, because I don't like to listen to two people talking at once. That's hard for me, that overstimulates my brain. So I try to not have music that's like really overstimulating when we're all trying to have conversations. So keep that in mind. You could even make two playlists, one for dinner that doesn't have a lot, one for later that maybe has a little bit more, you know, when you're eating dessert or having coffee. Up to you, just a couple of tips, but music can really change the vibe of a space. So making sure that you are thoughtful in what you're playing. Don't have it be silent because that could get awkward, and you know, you can set the tone in your home with music. I always have ours playing, and it really does make a difference. So in my first Thanksgiving video where we talked about the Tablescape, I showed you guys the butcher paper that I plan to use to cover my countertops. This is what I'm gonna put down when I am putting out the buffet. So there's multiple ways of how you can serve your food. You can put it down the table. If it was just like 6 or 7 of us, well, it'll never just be 6 of us, but if it were just us and like my in-laws, I'd put the food down the center of the table, not a problem. But because there's gonna be a lot of people, I wanna have a beautiful tablescape. I am planning to set up a buffet here in my kitchen on my island. So that's what I'll be using the butcher paper for. It doesn't only act as protection for my white countertops, but it also just looks really pretty. And I just think that it, you know, just adds a really fun, like different touch for the meal. The other thing that I do, I found this picture several years ago that has this, I don't know why I'm showing you that. I can just pop it up here. This picture right here, I found probably 10 years ago when I first got on Pinterest. This was one of my first pins, and I loved this picture. It's so cozy. And so I found a Happy Thanksgiving sign last year at Michael's, and I hung it here above my island. I'm gonna do that again. And I have lots of fall stems like this, and I also have like fall garland that I'm gonna put out as well. I just feel like the more fall garland, the more fall stuff you have out on Thanksgiving, the more, you know, cozy and Hallmark movie it feels. So that is what I'm gonna do. Like I said, I use this picture as a like jumping off point. I like to have candles everywhere. It's just such a good, warm and inviting space, and I'm super, super excited. The other thing too that I meant to mention when we were talking about music is there's a lot of people that love to watch football on Thanksgiving. I like to have it on. I don't really watch it. I know that my family loves it, so we'll put it on and then I'll mute it. So you're not hearing it, you're hearing the playlist, but you can still watch it, which I'm sure a ton of you do anyway. That's, you know, it's lots of fun. So I have my planner over here that I wrote down everything I wanted to talk about in this video. So I'm just highlighting and crossing things off as I finish. So I want to talk to you really quickly about our drink plan. So like I mentioned, oh, my washing machine's done. Like I mentioned, we're gonna do a fall sangria. I will link the recipe down below. It's got like apple cider and brandy and wine. Super good. You put like apples, I believe. I don't remember if there's oranges in it or not. I can't remember. Cinnamon sticks, super yummy, and they look really pretty. I'm also going to have just wine available. Usually people bring wine. That's like what you bring, you know, when you go to dinner somewhere, you bring the hostess a bottle of wine. I actually think I still have some left over from last year, but I'll double check. But just having, you know, wine, plenty of non-alcoholic beverages. So I'll have water. I talked to you guys in my last video about having pitchers of water. So I will use this pitcher to have ice water readily available. I'll put it on the table so that people can just fill their glasses as they eat. I've got, you know, the water here in my fridge. And then at the kiddo table, I plan to make lemonade or put it in here. The fall sangria is gonna go here in my pitcher. This is from Walmart. It was from the Better Homes and Gardens line this summer. I don't know if it's still available. If it is, I'll link it for you down below. You buy the pieces separately. So the water hyacinth bottom and then the glass top. Like I said, they're two separate pieces, but they look really, really beautiful. It has like the wood top, and I love that. And then just having some soda, like my father-in-law will drink soda, just having that available for the kiddos, probably like a liter of, or 2 liter of Coke and like a 2 liter of Sprite for the people who want to drink that. So that is our plan for drinks. So let's talk really quickly now about our food menu and what we're going to be making. Now, we probably have a very basic, traditional Thanksgiving meal. I know Thanksgiving looks different in everyone's homes, and you know, what you make in your homes may be very different than what we make in ours. And that's the beauty of Thanksgiving, and that's what's fun about going to other people's Thanksgiving or having a Friendsgiving. I went to one probably, I don't know, 10 years ago where we had everybody bring a dish that was like their family's like staple dish, you know what I mean? And that was really fun. So for our appetizers, we're gonna have a charcuterie board. My mother and father-in-law have always started their Thanksgiving meal with shrimp cocktails, so we'll be doing that. And then I'll also have a cranberry salsa. Cranberry salsa is so good, you guys. I make it for Christmas too, but it's literally fresh cranberries that you put in your food processor and, you know, mince them up, and then you add in a little bit of jalapeno, lime juice, salt, pepper, and then you can eat it just like that with tortilla chips, or you can put it over cream cheese and eat it on like crackers. It is so good, and the longer you let it sit, the better it gets. So easy to make. My mouth is, this always happens when I talk about food that I know tastes good. My mouth waters so hard. So I know how good this tastes, so my mouth is like raw. But it is really, really delicious, incredibly easy to make, and something fun to bring if you're going to a holiday party or somebody else's Thanksgiving. This is also really nice on your charcuterie board, and that's what I plan to do, is put it on the charcuterie board itself. And then if I remember correctly, I think one of our guests last year brought an appetizer, maybe like a cheese pumpkin, which are always nice. So, you know, that's what we plan to do. For our main course, we're gonna have a fried turkey and a regular turkey, as well as a honey baked ham. My family loves ham, I love ham. I'm not usually a turkey person, but last year was our first year frying a turkey, and let me tell you, it was a game changer. It was so good. So I'm really looking forward to that. For our side dishes, we're gonna do, I'll be making green bean casserole as well as yams, like candied yams. I make a delicious creamed corn, which this is a recipe I learned from my best friend when I was in elementary school. Her mom used to make it, and I'm pretty sure she called it company corn. Leanne, if you're watching, let me know if that's what you called it. I'm pretty sure it is. If any of you make this dish, please tell me. But it is the most simplistic meal, or most simplistic side dish. So good. It's literally just canned corn, or you can use frozen corn. You can even use fresh corn. It's just corn, like sweet corn, and cream cheese and butter. So for me, I usually do like, I don't know, 3 or 4 bags, probably 4 bags of frozen corn. I'll microwave that until it's nice and soft, and then I toss in 1 stick of butter and 1 8-ounce package of cream cheese, put it back in the microwave, let that melt, and then just stir it up, and it is so creamy and delicious, you guys. My mouth is watering talking about it. Oh my gosh, it is so good. It's decadent, it's salty, it's creamy. I love it. Like, I'm one of those people that likes a little bit of everything in a bite, so I'll take like a little bit of the corn, a little bit of the gravy, and a little bit of turkey. So, so, so good. So good. And I will have that recipe for you down below. I joke because it really doesn't take much. It is just corn and butter and cream cheese. That is literally it. It's not the healthiest, but when you only eat it once a year, it's okay. Like literally, we only make it for Thanksgiving. Sometimes we'll make it for Christmas, but not usually. My mother-in-law will be making her mashed potatoes. Now her mashed potatoes, I'm gonna tell you her secret. Don't tell her I told you. Her secret is onion and chive cream cheese. She adds that to her potatoes, and it is so good. So good. They're so creamy. And then like she will blend them to get them super, super, you know, mashed and delicious and creamy. And then when we put them in the chafing dish, she melts like butter on top of it. So it's just like melted butter on top of the mashed potatoes. Hands down, phenomenal. Like, can't wait to eat it. My mother-in-law will also be making her stuffing. Now she makes a delicious like handmade stuffing where she, you know, tears the bread, lets it get stale. She makes it with sausage, and then she'll make stuffing and dressing. So she'll put some stuffing in the turkey, and then she'll make dressing for the side. So good. It's probably my husband's favorite part of Thanksgiving is the stuffing. And then I'm also going to be making a Brussels sprout salad. Now, when we lived in Las Vegas, we had family friends that came and would make that delicious sweet broccoli salad every year that had like the mayo and sugar dressing. So good with like craisins, I think, or was it regular raisins? I don't know, walnuts in it maybe. I don't remember. Red onion. So, 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 so good. We had a version of that, but with Brussels sprouts. My neighbor made it for our September supper club, and it was so good. You've probably seen it. It's pretty viral. It's got a Dijon mustard dressing, and it's got like craisins and apples and red onion and Brussels sprouts, and make it ahead, let it sit for a day, and it is to die for. So I'm gonna be making that as well. And then one of the other guests coming is gonna be making like a cranberry jello. It's really good. It's like a creamy cranberry jello. Of course, cranberry sauce, of course, gravy. Those are, you know, to be expected. For desserts, my mother-in-law always makes fresh baked pumpkin pies with my boys, like down to, they get the pie pumpkins. She even grew them this year in her garden, so it's like as fresh as they come. I'm gonna be making the caramel apple cheesecake, and I also make chocolate covered strawberries every year. I think last year somebody brought a pumpkin cheesecake, and my mother-in-law typically makes an apple pie. I don't know if she's gonna make that this year though, since we're gonna have the caramel apple cheesecake, but we will see. And then I already talked to you about what we're drinking. So that is our food menu. Tell me down below what you guys are having in yours, because I'm so curious what everybody eats at their Thanksgiving meal. There's so many good recipes out there, and it's one of those holidays where like, I want to try something new, but then I'm like, oh, but I wanna stick to all the good stuff that I know is so yummy and I wanna eat that. So tell me how you are. I'm so curious what you guys make at your dinner. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna talk about today is serving dishes and how you're going to serve everything. So this is pretty important, and it's something that a lot of times people don't really think about or plan ahead, but you really need to because you might need to shop. So for example, I didn't have anything to serve turkey on the first year that we had Thanksgiving. And so I purchased this gorgeous turkey platter. I shared this last year in like a Christmas shop with me. It's not wanting to focus, but it's got this beautiful turkey on it. This is from Hobby Lobby. I bought it last year. It's super heavy. It was $40, but I got it on sale for $20, and it's beautiful. Like I said, it's got this gorgeous turkey on it. Hopefully you can see that, and this is perfect. We just carve up the turkey. One side has the baked, one side has the, what's it called? The fried turkey, and this works out perfectly. It was damp from sitting here on my counter, so now my shirt is wet. That's a lot of fun. Okay, I changed my shirt because it's gonna take forever for that to dry, and that was just gonna look weird on camera. So another thing that I use every year is this giant charcuterie board. I showed you guys this. I shouldn't say I use it every year. I use it every time I host since purchasing it. I purchased it this summer. It's gigantic. It is from Hobby Lobby. I got it from the spring line. Want to say I paid maybe $20 for it, but it is such a great charcuterie board, and I'll be using this again for Thanksgiving. Also on the charcuterie board, you always need like little bowls and things like that. So last year, I picked these little leaf bowls up from Michael's. They're so very cute. They're small, just little tiny ceramic dishes, but these are great to hold hummus or cheese or cranberry salsa. So good. I also picked these up from the Hearth and Hand line last year, and these are great for your cranberry sauce, butter, that kind of thing. Also great for your charcuterie board. You can put nuts in it or whatever. And then I also have these little tiny chalkboards that you can write on and put like what, you know, what kind of cheese it is or what the salsa is or whatever, and you can put this, you know, into things. It's on this great little ring here. I think I got these from the Target dollar spot a few years ago, but they're wonderful. I love to use them. I also showed you in a recent haul that I picked up some new charcuterie knives. That's what these are. You can put these on your charcuterie board and they will help to spread cheese or, you know, jam or whatever, but these look really, really nice. I also have some from Target that I bought a year or so ago that I keep kind of on display. But these are, you know, similar thing. These are just silver, but really, really cute to help with your cheese. For your charcuterie board. Like I said, I keep mine on display here in my hutch because they're really cute. Nothing like functional decor. Some other ways to help elevate your food are using a butter cloche. So this is a butter cloche I picked up at Hobby Lobby last year. It's just your traditional cloche. You put butter in there, this goes on top, it keeps it nice and soft. It looks really pretty on the table. So this will go on the table. You can also purchase adorable, and I'm not kidding you when I say adorable. If I can find one before I edit this video, I'll put it here. But these adorable butter turkeys, you guys. These are so cute and would look adorable. I would love to get these like for the kids table. They're so cute. So it's another great way to kind of elevate your butter. When it comes to gravy, I've got this beautiful ceramic gravy dish or gravy boat that I picked up at, it's like not gonna focus because it's white and so bright. But I picked this up at Home Goods. I wanna say I paid maybe like $7 for it at the most, but if you're looking for gravy boats and you want something that's pretty but not super expensive, check your Home Goods, check your TJ Maxx, because that's where you can find them. I have another one as well that my sister-in-law bought me for Christmas. I have it up in my pantry, or up in my cabinet. That way we can have multiple of them on the table at once. Some new to me items this year are from Walmart. One is this pumpkin soup tureen. I showed this to you in a video, maybe a Sunday reset, but this is so gorgeous. It's like this really pretty kind of taupe color, and it's got the gorgeous lid. It has all of this beautiful like embossing on it, if you can see that. So pretty, you guys. I love this. My intention for this is to probably have the rolls in here because the things that I want to keep warm, I'm going to talk to you about that here in just a minute, but I think this would be good for rolls to keep those in here, or no, definitely rolls, because I also picked up the matching serving bowl that looks like this, also a pumpkin. It looks exactly the same, just doesn't have a lid. This is what I plan to put the Brussels sprout salad in, and I think this will just look really pretty against that butcher paper. Like, oh, it's gonna look gorgeous. The other thing too is on the butcher paper, I'll usually put like some eucalyptus stems and everything, just kind of laying down throughout with the candles, like just gorgeous. If I can find some shots from last year, I was so bad at taking pictures, but if I can find some, I'll show you. Now for dessert, I always set up my coffee bar as like the dessert bar. And one of the things I purchased last year was this really cute wood beaded, what's it called? Cake stand. The only thing I will say is that it's lopsided. If you can see this, it is full on lopsided. But it's fine. Nothing fell off of it. It is kind of stained on here. It looks like there's like, I don't know, crusties on here. I need to clean it before I use it. But my recommendation is to put down some kind of wax paper before using it. But it's really pretty and it looks really nice with a pie on it. So I have that over there. I also have my glass one from IKEA that's over there now with some donuts in it. And then the other one is this one here that I purchased this year from a local antique shop. Right now I have some of those pears in it, which are just kind of rolling around. They normally are like stacked in the middle, but this is really gorgeous, and I'll probably put some kind of pie on here as well. So just kind of elevating the pies, making them, you know, letting them have their own little moment, if you will, there on the table, because presentation does make a big difference and it can make anything just look a little bit elevated. So we'll do that. And let's talk now about chafing dishes. So if you don't know what a chafing dish is, this is it. It looks like one of these tins. That's a small one, but these are the larger ones. This is a chafing dish. And what happens is you have two of them. Right now I only have one, but water goes in the bottom one and then you put another one in it. And then you light these little burners called, what is this? Methanol, these little burners right here, if it will. There you go. You light that underneath and it heats the water, which in turn heats your pan. So this goes underneath. These I buy on Amazon, and I typically will wash these pans, but if you don't want to, you can just toss them and get new ones, you know, when you have another meal. But this is what I use, and I'm sure a ton of you use, to keep your food warm. So if it's you know, the mashed potatoes or anything like that. Like I said, there's two different sizes. These small ones, you can fit two in the large one, so like this, which is great for, you know, the ones that you don't need a ton for. So like the green bean casserole and the yams and that kind of thing will be fine in here. The other thing is that my mother-in-law has like a 3 small crock pot. It's like 3 small ones. It's an appetizer crock pot, and you can put it on warm. So she brings that and we put like things in there as well. But chafing dishes are the way to go if you want to keep things warm so that people can keep coming back for more. And they're, like I said, they're really affordable. You can find them on Amazon. That's where I get mine. I'll link them for you down below. And then you can buy these tins at the Dollar Tree. And they're great because once this is gone, you can literally just toss it. I typically wash them because because I can, and why not? But you don't have to. you can just throw them away and then it's done. So I think that that is everything that I wanted to share with you for our plan for Thanksgiving dinner. I shared with you in the Tablescape video our cups, our wine glasses, all of that good stuff, decor pieces. So hopefully you have got a good plan for what you're gonna do. I also shared last year's Thanksgiving marathon video, well, last year's videos in marathon form this year that talk a lot too about what our kind of activity plans are. I always try to have activities out for kiddos and for family to do while you're finishing cooking or in between dinner and dessert. So check that out. I hate for people to feel like, okay, I ate, now I'm rushing away. Stay and hang out and let's play a game, let's chat, let's look at old pictures, let's watch a movie, like whatever. I love to have people hang out. So I try not to rush people out of my house when we're done eating. And in that other video, I talked to you about some of those activities. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I chatted a lot. This is gonna be a long video, but hopefully you're here for it. If you stayed this long, give me a turkey emoji down in the comments and I will pick one of you, whoever left a turkey, leave me a turkey down in the comments below and I will pick one of you to win a $50 Target gift card. So until the next one, my friends, I hope you guys are having a lovely, lovely Thanksgiving holiday. This has been such a glorious month. I've been enjoying it so much. And as much as I'm looking forward to Christmas, I'm sad to see the fall go. It's such a fleeting time and I'm loving it so much. So until the next video, my friends, I hope you guys take wonderful care of yourselves and your loved ones, and I'll see you soon.